Welcome to I See the Light. I am Queen G. I am the light. And I'm back with another one. I'm back with another one. I hope this is reaching you all in good spirits and high vibrations, and you're not letting nobody dim your light. Cheers. Oh, it's about 5:15 in the morning. This is coffee slash cappuccino. Light on the coffee, light on the cap. Cheers. Good morning. I hope everybody had a beautiful weekend. I did. I decided to stay ducked off this weekend. Just me. You know, one thing about a empath, an introvert, a loner is and also an earth angel at that. Tell us to leave you alone, and we will. Tell me to vamoose, and poof, I'm gone. Or tell me the kryptonite word for earth angel, free will. When you say that I'm affecting your free will, I'm out of there because I understand the laws of the universe and that I don't control anything. God does, and if I'm pushing myself on someone so hard that they say that I'm interrupting their free will, I'm out of there. Because see, you've mistaken the love of God for something that's not pure. If you are into the spiritual things in life, shouldn't you have faith that God would bless you with someone just as though you may think that you are blessed? Like what I'm saying is like if you putting out good things in the world and then you're so busy trying to protect the things that God has blessed you with, you think that God would fail you by bringing someone into your life that would destroy everything that God has given you and helped you build? Isn't that a lack of faith, or do you not trust God? Okay, let's see. I found this in here, and actually, I did do a reading yesterday, but I just didn't want to post it. I didn't feel the God. Well, what happened was I got occupied, or I got busy, or after I did the video, it was time to get ready to go to church, and I just didn't want to post it. There's a lot of times I do videos and I don't want to post them. So that's just the way it is. But I found this. This is something that I pulled out, and I'm going to read the energy for tomorrow. I mean, for yesterday. And I'm probably going to pull a few more for today. And there's quite a few on the floor. Oh, yeah. And son, I am lactose tolerant. One time. One time, it was at night, and I was gonna eat a bowl of cereal. My son had passed. I told him, I said, Tyler, I don't know why we're like this. Do y'all do that? Like, I think it's a family thing. Like, you announce what you're about to do. Let me get up and go to the kitchen and get me something to eat. Or let me go to the bathroom. I got a number two. It's like when you're with the intimate side of your family is that you would pretty much tell them, "Oh man, my stomach hurt. Let me go sit on this toilet." Or whatever. But anyway, so let me get back. So, yeah, I am lactose tolerant. So one night I said, "Oh, I'm gonna eat me a bowl of Cheerios. I love me some Cheerios. Honey Nut Cheerios is the bizon for me. I don't like Raisin Bran because I do not like raisins, but Honey Nut Cheerios, oh yeah." So I said, I'm gonna eat me a bowl of cereal. My son said, "Mama, please don't." And I'm like, "What? What are you talking about?" So I don't think that eating a bowl of cereal late at night for a snack before bed is a good idea for me. Evidently, while I'm sleeping, I'm probably causing thunderstorms and hurricanes and tornadoes and everything with the sounds that I make in my sleep. That's the snoring. So there's the bear, then there's the sirens, then there's the trumpets. It's everything. But anyway, it's just a joke. Uh, oh, let me say something about jokey joke joke. So the last time I was on the line, which was that Friday night? He did a special Friday night session, right? And I got on, and it was him, myself, and his friend or another person. And boy, it was something very funny. I didn't get it. I didn't know what they were laughing about. Really. I think they may have been laughing at me. I think they was laughing at me, and I laughed a little bit with them, but I hadn't cracked the joke, so I don't know why was laughing at me so hard. But I assume it was my performance last week on YouTube. But see, the deal is it's not a performance. So I got on. I just so happened to run across a couple more prophets on YouTube, and so I get to see how prophets work their jelly, right? And I'm like, whoa, I don't want to do that. The two I only seen two and I was saddened by it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I only seen two and didn't like what I saw. I'm like, this is it? This is the gig? One of them, you cannot enter into his channel or on his page without paying $10 to get to subscribe to his channel so that you can give him more money. Okay, I get it. I understand this very well. We are anointed and we can heal people and tell people the secret, how to get this secret that we have inside of us. God anointed us to do these gifts. We're supposed to get paid for the gifts that we do. I understand that. But also such things as false prophets. And everybody's gonna meet their maker. But me myself, I can't see myself doing all that extra out stuff. That's just too much. Like when I did that I am the light, and somebody commented that I was over the top and I was gaslighting. Yeah. That's the two that I seen yesterday on Facebook. They were gaslighters. Yeah. They had nice houses, nice homes, nice clothes on. Very looked like they were very well taken care of by God, because that's what, we represent God, right? The prophets represent God. We represent the God. So I posted on my Facebook page uh, um, a sermon that a visitor came into our church. So I think it was last month, or maybe it might have been September, but whenever it was, this guy is always everybody's so excited every time he comes down. He's funny and he's a good teacher and he's anointed, especially I know for a fact he's anointed. So anyway, I posted that on Facebook today for anybody that knows me and knows that how I get down, and you need a good lift me up or a message. That message might be pertaining to you and your situation, or someone you know that you may be able to share it with, okay? But it was speaking on this soldier that was very well off, nobleman, noble soldier that everybody looked up to. He was the G in his land and his time. Women, men, everybody looked up to him. He found out he had leprosy. So yeah, go check that out. Very inspiring. You never know who God puts in your life, um, and why. And sometimes people have when we go on titles, people's title might be something like a maid or a butler or the driver of the car. And like, remember, like driving Miss Daisy, and how close she got with him, and they ended up being the best of friends, and he took good care of that lady, and it's what she needed. It was like a cure. God sent that man to her in her life right when she needed somebody the most. So that's what God does. Do you trust God? Do you really trust God? Can you trust God that God brought someone or something to your life that you never thought it would be, and that it is good, and it's not there to hurt you but there to love, caress, and bless you? Okay. So before I do that, let's go ahead and do this is Second Ephesians 3 3 2 and through 4. And pray that we may be delivered from wicked and evil people, for not everyone has faith, But the Lord is faithful, and he will strengthen you and protect you from the evil one. We have confidence in the Lord that you are doing and will continue to do the things that we command. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Okay, we have Psalms here 34, 7, and 9. The angel of the Lord encamps all around those who fear him and delivers them. Oh, taste and see what the Lord. Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man who trusts in him. Oh, fear the Lord, you his saints. There is no want to those who fear him. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So I wanted to take a lighter approach. I want to take a lighter approach to things because I think that I done scared a couple of people. I done scared people so bad they don't want to view my videos. Y'all can come on back and watch the videos. I'm sorry. Y'all don't want me to pull the energy no more. Y'all don't want me to tell you dark secrets. I don't know. It's funny because the other night, somebody mentioned, one night somebody mentioned drinking, and I was like, about dang on time, because I know somebody be putting them back. But hey, I'm not somebody to judge because I did the same thing for many years of my life, but I knew God took it away, just like that. It's a God. No more blackouts, no more pass outs, Lord. No more embarrassment, no more. I cannot keep doing my children like this, my family, my mother. It's affecting my people. I had to let it go. Okay? God took it away just like that. I guess that's because I was favored and didn't know it. Thank you, Jesus. That's how the devil do you, right? He'll find something to jump to put on your ass, just hold you down, just straddle in the back of your whole they clinging on like this, like a backpack on the back of your back. Look here, I didn't write this down yesterday, but I guess since I'm sitting on it, I'm just looking at it. It says brokenness leads us to God. To be sincere is to be vulnerable. To open your heart to God is to be vulnerable. To be vulnerable, that's what God wants us to do. That's the only way you're going to be able to be healed is if you open your heart up to God. If we're trying to hide things from God, of course God knows that. I mean, he loves us anyway. It's just like when you try to hide something from your spouse or your mother or father, it's gonna come out. They will say the truth comes out in the light. So yeah, I just wrote a bunch of positive quotes because, like I said, I think I've been too heavy. We got out of court. I was tired. I had to go take a break from court and rejuvenate. I didn't do that because I was trying to be funny. I just want y'all to know that. Now, I did it because I really was getting tormented by somebody in thoughts. I can't help it. I don't even watch this person. I blocked this person. So how am I gonna know if this person is targeting me? So remember the other day when I got on and I said, well, I had to get up early and go looking for some information. I did a run. I did a drive. And then I also went to the library and I also was told to open up, unblock, and go look. And that's when I noticed that this person had been playing around and joking, nitpicking at me. And I knew it. I felt it in my spirit, in my soul. And I don't think this person's ever gonna let up because think I just made a narcissist nemesis enemy, like for no reason whatsoever. Some people just choose not to like you because they see you as a threat or something that they feel like you could take away whatever they thought that they had. Maybe they didn't have it, or maybe I thought I had it but didn't. That's the tricky part of it, right? So yeah, I think they were laughing at me online. um I laughed a little bit, but I really was confused. Like, well, what's so funny? Um, Going to heaven to speak to God and ask Him to reveal my innocence. I don't feel that was funny. I think that was a very serious thing. I was offended. by the fact that people that are grown and even supposed to be religious and into spirituality or religion would do someone like that. You damn near prosecuted me and hung me on the cross. You damn near lynched me. Um, you high society people really are just annoying. Okay, let's go. So, oh yeah, let me touch on something else. So, that time I did a read, I'll call them readings because I'm a tarot reader, right? Or what they say I am. I'm whatever the hell I want to be. But anyway, so I said I was going out to eat breakfast with my father. So the day came, that morning, I was dressed for the weather. It was cold outside, and he didn't show up, and he didn't call, and I didn't call because I had a feeling this was what he was gonna do because we could talk about patterns, okay? That's how you start to figure out people. Because when you're really like really in the spirit, like me, when I'm in the spirit or walk like I walk, um, like I said, I see things through rose-colored glasses, so I don't see the evil in people until it's way too far gone. I'm more so focused on what's hurting in you and what kind of love you need. I'm an unconditional lover. So when people do me, God now has protected my heart. So I kind of had a feeling, and now when that feeling that you have, excuse me, that he was not going to show up. And sure enough, he did exactly what he did. He converted me back to my childhood days when me and my brother would be dressed and standing in the window, looking out the window, waiting for my dad to pull up and fulfill one of those promises that he broke. Anyway, so Sunday, went to church. And I didn't go to the second church with the ladies because I said something about that right now. This don't feel right, and when it don't feel right, I don't move. I go according to what God tell me. I'm telling you, I really listen to God. So I came home and I told my mother. I said, "Well, you know who's going to pop up? He will pop up today, because I have a feeling he tried to scold me because I haven't been giving him any attention." So when he called me and asked me would I like to go out to eat breakfast, is because last Sunday when I went out to eat, I posted on Facebook, and I remember I had a problem with um posting things on Facebook back in the past, several years ago. I would post where I was at and what I was doing like everybody else on Facebook, and just happy because I was able to afford things that I had never really been able to afford. I was making all this money, I was enjoying myself, but I still was humble. But I was, moving around. But when I was moving around, majority of the time I was doing everything by myself. If I wasn't doing it with my deuce, and my deuce is my baby that passed, then I was pretty much dolo solo. So I would be at a fancy restaurant by myself. I would be at the mall shopping by myself, or whatever I posted, by myself. And I found that my family, my few two or three people in my family, would get very upset with me and get mad and say, "Why wasn't I invited?" So I really was trying to please a lot of people at one point. But now I got to the point where, hey, God done stepped in and told me I ain't gotta be doing all that. All I need to do is be humble, do the best I can to do what God wants me to do. Is I do be a servant for God. Okay. All right. So at the same time, God said, I'm gonna make sure these people don't make a fool of you no more. And so, well, let's put it like this. He did it on purpose. I do believe. Okay, so my father is starting to get pretty forgetful. Yeah, and he may be watching these videos. I don't know if he is or if he isn't. I don't too much care who watches them. Okay, that's what it's here for. All right, but please just don't bring no negative energy on here. But if you do, and I catch you hold of it, and I start reading your ass, hey, that's just a dumb dot of. This is the way it is. Anyway, because just because you done opened the door up and you done let me slide in there, or you slid in mine and I had to slide you up out of mine or something. But anyway, let me keep going. So, this is what God told me to do. He said, so he didn't show up. Don't trip. I had some chicken. I had some chicken out. I made me some baked chicken and cabbage. So I posted that on FB, And I don't never go back to see what people say because I could care less. Honestly, I really don't. I'm not in a damn run to be most popular in high school or whatever. I feel like I'm still in high school days with people. These people act like high school teenagers. So my mother said she seen what my father had mentioned. Where's the cornbread? And I was gonna make some cornbread, but why make a big pan of cornbread for just me? So I really didn't want no cornbread. The chicken and the cabbage was good enough. But anyway, now some people are never satisfied. It had nothing to do with you. Where the cornbread? Okay, I forgot it. I forgot the cornbread, just like you forgot to come and take me to eat breakfast when you said you called me and invited me. So Sunday, you come over at the church. You couldn't wait to get over here. You tap on the door, scare the shit out of us, cause we never know when you're coming. And on top of that, we in here doing our thug dizzle, uh, putting one back, blowing my hair back, and so it's like when we know my like after church and I come to my house, we blow our hair back, and we get nervous because we at one point we used to put it away, spray, light candles, open the window, all that because trying to be respectful to the person because we know that person's coming. But you know what? I was like, this is my house, and if they want to come up in here, they gonna smell the smoke because you shouldn't even be over here. What are you coming over here for? To be nosy, to brag on what you bought your wife last week or how many bills you had to pay this week. I pay a total of $35 better. Anyway, God said, watch, because we starting to learn patterns. Um, I see some things about people now that I know. Oh, you're mad. If I don't react according to the way you feel I should act, then that means you're going to act according to the way you act in the fact that you didn't get what you wanted out of me or the reaction that you wanted out of me didn't come that way. So now you're going to throw a temper tantrum. So what happened was he was scolding me because that week before when I was over his house doing the laundry, he had told me, he said, I came by your house last Sunday after church and y'all wasn't there. I wanted to take out to that Mexican restaurant you had turned me on to. I said, oh, okay. Well, I was at two churches that day. I wasn't around. Okay, so then the next Sunday, I had made my mind up not to go to the church with the lady, so I was hungry. We went to the Mexican restaurant and I posted it, so I felt like maybe he thought I was being sarcastic or I hurt his feelings. So then he called me to invite me to breakfast, but then he didn't show up. And so then Sunday, when he came over, he said, why you didn't call and remind Daddy that about the breakfast? You know, Daddy's forgetful. He said, I sat all day without eating. Does that make sense? You forgot that we had to go. You made a point. You forgot that you invited me out to eat breakfast. And then so you forgot so much that you sat all day and forgot to eat. That don't make sense. That's a lie. There's a lie. You're lying. You're lying. The devil is a lie. You just came from church and walked up in here and lied. So I told him without no reaction because see, I had my weapon out. My Bible was open. We was talking about God. A matter of fact, I was actually reading the verses off about what God had gave me that morning, and basically was about a hypocrite. Somebody that acts one way and does another, does the other, the opposite of what they say. They say they're holy, but they do earthly, worldly, wicked things. Okay, so I told him I continue to read my Bible because I'm different now, and different in strength with my strength and my powers. You just cannot. Yo, go ahead, laugh at me, talk about me, whatever you want to do. It's not gonna shake Gina. It's just not gonna shake me. Sweetness, no, beloved, whoever you are, your friends and all. Um, I didn't. I didn't really, to be honest, find that very funny. I mean, I know you didn't want to get the smoke. That means you didn't trust me. You don't trust me. Um, I understand you don't trust me. So what makes you think I should trust you? Um, that's it, that's just how it goes, right? So if you don't trust me, then I don't trust you. And if you want me to trust you, you're gonna have to trust me. And I'm probably one of the most trustworthy people you ever meet. I ain't been in the game for nothing but a couple of months. I'm a baby in it, but I'm an old soul. That for sure I know. Cause some people go a whole lifetime and can't break their Kashi records. Baby, I broke it in a 3.3 seconds, damn near. No, I'm not gonna say that. I broke it in a couple of months. I probably broke it in a week. So yeah, he came over with that and tried to put a guilt trip on me, and it didn't work. What happened, God told me, said, person's gonna lose, they're starting to lose their memory. And what was so crazy, I had told my mother what the energy was that morning before we go to church. I always tell my mama the energy, what's going on before we go to church. And the sermon is always about what I speak on. The first thing he said is that someone is losing their memory really bad and really fast. So my dad may or not have been lying, but at the same time he was lying to me because he remembered. Because why would he say I sat home all day and didn't eat? That just goes to show, like, you have selective memory. When it comes to something for me, to do something for me, and I know why now you have selective memory, because I know what you did to me. I know what you did to me and my brother. I know now. And you're forgiven. But now I get to just see you kind of like scary. And you know that time when you slid me in Texas and called the cops on me and I had to go to jail for what you did to me. All that shit, it's going, they said God is going to just let me see it all unfold. Everybody that's done it's going to get it some kind of way. And I guess that's why y'all said you just said you didn't want no smoke. I wasn't coming to smoke you. I was coming to smoke the wicked witch out that you still continue to deal with. Mm-mm-mm. Like they said, they forget so fast. When I go to church, like yesterday when we were talking, and I said, "Mama, didn't I tell you the energy before we went to church? And didn't I tell you what I said?" And then they preached on it, and she was like, "Well, yeah." She didn't want to give me no credit. What's wrong with people? People do not want you to be one up them. People don't like the fact that you're wiser than them, or you got some kind of special something on you that they don't have and can't understand it. I'm so sorry it's that way. I'm so sorry I've been this way. And I'm so sorry it took so long for me to figure it out, because y'all better be happy I didn't figure this out in my 20s, because I would have swept this land clean of you devilish motherfuckers. All right, let's go. Oh, one more thing. I got so much to say. So, come to find out, when you think that you got to depend on one person, God, it's not just one person that God's going to bless you with to the point where you got to just deal with. Please just grant me a couple of your crumbs of knowledge. No. I've been sitting on a freaking gold mine. My one client and I like conspiracy stuff, so we always joking about the aliens. Well, come to find out, he's so spiritual. He grew up in a Catholic school, graduated from Bishop McGinnis, right? So he knows his ish. Well, anyway, he turned me on to some heavy duty knowledge. He sends me texts now. He sent me one in the middle of the night. I think he sent me one around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, this is a young man. He got a girlfriend and everything. He's wise. But, yeah, he turned me on to some cool stuff. And every time he comes over, he drop a jewel. So, yeah, I got him. And I told him, I said, have you broke your Kashi records yet? And he said, no. I said, man, you so dang on smart. He's a genius. I said, it probably wouldn't even take you nothing but a week to go through that thing and find out who you really were or who you really are. I know I'm looking at a God. I know I'm looking at a God. And people say, "Is only one God." Are you so sure about that? Are you so sure about that? Let's go. Now I can go. Okay, so I wanted to write down a whole bunch of just different, like, quotes. Quotes that came to me. So, oh no, I gotta keep going. Let me tell y'all something. So, um, I ran across a Jezebel spirit yesterday. Um, one of my readers' dreams was speaking on the Jezebel spirit, and I think that's what exactly what I've been fighting, or not I've been fighting, but the prophet's been fighting the Jezebel spirit. Now I could have been in the Jezebel spirit at one point, or maybe he thinks I'm the Jezebel spirit. It's so tricky, but I'm not a Jezebel spirit. But I might be coming off that way because of love. See, because love is can be confused with stalking ways, but you got to know the difference. You got to decipher. You got to know how to decipher. My heart is pure. I love unconditionally. This is a love. This is a love from God. This is a love that just wants to make sure you're okay and comfort you. But a Jezebel spirit is a lustful love, a love, or not even a love, a hate. A Jezebel spirit likes to cling on to men, righteous people. They can't stand righteous people. They want to break and destroy your foundation, right? So that's what I ran across yesterday. So I'm going to do something on Jezebels in a day or two. I might start working on that today. It seems like I always start something. I got to stop doing that. I never did even finish all the seven sins of the world, or the seven sins. But it seems like all the seven sins have come to me anyway. Lust, greed, all kind of things. Envy, jealousy. Okay, so let's go ahead. So the books give you a give a soul to the universe, wings. Okay, the book. We're talking about just books in general. Books give a soul the universe, wings to the mind, and flight to the imagination, and life to everything. So books give a soul to the universe. It gives wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and life to everything. Books, educate yourself. The measure of a man is what he does with his power. Everybody has some power. Like I said, if I was to use my power in a negative way, I could probably still gain things because God blesses us as well. Uh, Yeah, the devil will too, because you're working for him and his minions. So the devil will bless you, but he will soon come back to collect. He have you on top of the world, and then you be like, why did my baby go, or what happened to my woo woo? Is that something on my neck? It's probably some glitter. Glitter's always on me somewhere. Anyway, let's keep going. Opinion is the medium between knowledge and ignorance. Opinions in the middle of that. Opinions in the middle of knowledge and ignorance. An opinion. Now, if I didn't ask you for it, keep it to yourself. All right. Let's see. Wise men speak because they have something to say. Fools do because they have to say something. They have to. A fool has to speak. A fool wants to be heard. But a wise man only speaks when he needs to. Let's see. Wealth and poverty. She is the parent of luxury and I don't know what that word is. Indolence, whatever. And let's just say she is the parent of luxury, and the other of the truth is something being of every good to the gods. What is this talking about? Let me read it to myself and then I can just explain it. I don't understand that one. Let me circle it. Don't. Where did this pen come from? I don't know where this pen came from. I really don't know where this pen came from. Ooh, it's a good writing pen too. I stole it from somebody. Ooh, I'm just playing. Yeah, y'all, everybody be stealing pens. I go to what's my bank? My bank is I don't say my bank, but anyway, they got pens. Tinker Federal Credit Union. They got pens, and they're free. I used to clean the Tinker Federal Credit Unions up. One in Bethany. I did it for 7 years, and well, no, I think I was with them for 8 years. But anyway, yeah, I kept some pens, but now I don't have any of those pens left. Everybody in the family had pens because of me. But anyway, let's go on. Truth is the beginning of everything good to the gods and of every good to man. So the truth is the beginning of every good to the gods. Didn't I just say what makes you think that it's only one God? It just said then gods. Did I get it? What is that? I keep seeing it on the screen, but then I think I got it this time. Look at that big piece of. It's just. What is that? This must be some. Anyway. Knowledge without justice ought to be called cunning rather than wisdom. If we got knowledge without justice, then that means that you can go and you can use your knowledge for cunning people out of things. Okay? An empty vessel makes the loudest sound, so they that have the least wit are the greatest barriers. Wait a minute. An empty vessel makes the loudest sound, so they that have the least wit are the greatest of the barriers. So the empty vessel makes the loudest sound, so that least wit the greatest barriers. I don't get that one either. Golly, what the heck? Why am I writing down stuff I don't get? It made sense to me yesterday, but see, the energy's changed now. I don't understand it. I guess I was in my that feeling yesterday. No one is more hated than he who speaks the truth. Now that one, I'll get that tattoo right here. Nobody's more hated than a person that speaks the truth. Y'all don't like me. Y'all like me so much, y'all won't even get on the video. Give me a view. Watch me, but don't want to watch me. Ew. I told my mama yesterday, I said, Mama, they're watching my videos, but I'm not getting any views. So I had told my client, I said, hey, I know they're watching my videos, but I said, how are they watching my videos without me getting any views? And he told me how they did it. And I said, what? Wow, that's crazy. So basically, you watch my videos, you're not giving me any views. You don't want to get on my channel because you don't want me to read you. What makes you think? And so what if I do? I am a reader. Like if I read your energy, so what? Let's just say it could be 1,000 people watching me. So can I be reading picking up the energy of like maybe 600 people or 200 people or 4 or 5 people and not just one in particular person? Let's see. False words are not only evil in themselves, but they infect the souls with evil. False words. False words will catch up with your ass. Trust me. False words are not only evil to themselves. Okay, so go ahead. Whatever you say over there in secret, God hear it. Yeah. Um, it will not go unnoticed by nobody, especially if you're talking about an enlightened one. If you're talking about a chosen one, do you not understand the magnitude of your wrongdoings when you target a chosen one, you Jezebel spirit ass? Get the heck on. Okay. Writing is the geometry of the soul. So that might be the reason why we've gotten so. I remember one time I was thinking, I was like, they took away the writing, they took away cursive out of schools. I don't know, they might be putting it back, but they took cursive out of schools. So kids only write print. And then now the way the world is, everything is done on a computer, so we about don't write anything anymore. You do your assignments on computers. We do everything. We do our resumes, and everything is on computer. And we lose in the script. We're losing our penmanship, and it's very important for us to be able to write. So writing actually helps me memorize things. I've noticed, and also writing it down is a way to manifest it into existence. We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. I love that one. Well, let's tattoo that one right here. Can I be a hey, is anybody out there wanna use me as a human canvas and just put God's word all over me, make me a super freak since they say I'm a freak. I want to be a super freak. Tattoo God's scriptures all over my body. Walking around like a big Bible. This one right here, thou shalt not steal. Let's see. Uh, a God, a good decision is based on knowledge and not on numbers. Did you hear what I said? A good decision is based on knowledge and not on numbers. Meaning, um, don't don't say, oh, I'm only dealing with a certain bracket of money of people with a certain bracket of blah 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 blah. Well, okay, that's called secret societies, masonry and all that stuff. If that's what you into, good for you. Your cults or whatever. What do they call that? I don't know. I'm not from here. Shit. And just like I said, I don't know about y'all's internets. I don't know about you guys. There's different functions on your phones. All I know is how to push the phone on, text somebody, answer the joker, and look at a couple of videos on YouTube, and also go on Facebook and play around a little bit, which I don't know more, cause I don't even like. Man, I got to the point where I'm like, I don't even want people to see my light on. I don't even have Messenger on my Facebook because I took it away before my son passed. Cause I get tired of people saying, "Hey, how you doing? What's going on?" It's usually some guys from Africa, or it's somebody like some dudes. You know, it'd be some dudes. And they don't be that many dudes, but it'd be. I'm like, no, man, no private conversation. Some of them men be married, no private conversation. So what I did was I just, I was that stressed me out. It's not necessary. I took it away. So no, I don't have a messenger. I don't have a messenger, and I don't have a Twitter. I have an Instagram, and I started that years ago when I was cutting hair, but I only posted a couple pictures, and I really don't even care to get on there, and I don't even know how to put nothing on there from Instagram on Instagram anymore. I tried. I'm like, how do you even put something on there? That's how illiterate I am when it comes to gadgets. Now I can break a dang on. Well, I ain't gonna say that. Anyway, let's keep it moving. We are such stuff as dreams are made of or on, and our little life is rounded with a sleep. This is William Shakespeare. I'm gonna keep going because that one didn't make sense to me. Don't waste your love on someone who doesn't value it. William Shakespeare. I like the place, and well, we can touch on that one. Don't waste your love on people that don't value you. We do sometimes be giving, we be trying to give our all. That's when we gotta know. Don't we gotta know when to pull out. I'm like, do you want me to love you or not? That's all I'm trying to say. What's the problem? All this good loving, you don't want this good loving. You don't want this good loving. Well, then trust me, somebody else, God, just like He made your ass, He made plenty. It's plenty moles out here. Just like you say the same about me. It's plenty of me's. Not plenty of me's. It's only one of me's. But it's plenty of women out here. I see them everywhere. I'm like, man, when I go somewhere and I think about the man that I love, and I see a woman and I say, ooh, that look like that's somebody that he could couple up really good with. Why am I thinking that? So I'm trying to say I'm not good enough for him. Well, hell, maybe that's the way they make you feel. But you know what? You're not supposed to allow people to make you feel that way about yourself. Okay? Don't you do it. Don't let the devil. It's not them. It's the devil. Let's see. I like the place and buy could willingly waste my time in it. Well, I like this place and I could willingly waste my time in it. So somewhere that you want to be. I've been some places where I'm like, it's so beautiful here. I don't want to go home. If this is somewhere where the scenery is so lovely, like I still want to go to Phoenix, Arizona. I see my friends, they're in California. They living a good life. I used to cut his hair, and his wife and him moved to California and moved back with her mother after her father passed, and they've been there ever since. So they've been there probably about 5, 6 years now, and they are having they are a couple that get out and do the funnest stuff. They always going somewhere and having a good time, flying somewhere, coming home, going to Tulsa, in a bar, drinking, taking shots, eating good food, working hard, enjoying each other, buying liquor, whatever. Now, do I envy them? No, I celebrate them. They are living their best life, and I'm so happy for them. And I told them the other day, I love y'all guys. I do. I really love them. And they told me whenever I'm up there, I'm welcome to come and stay with them. And they're gonna show me a good time. So I was thinking about doing that a couple years ago, but then the person that told me to come to Phoenix chickened out on me or reneged on me and ghosted me and left me hanging. So I haven't still yet to go to Phoenix, but maybe one day. I still have hope. I'm gonna have to put that on my vision board. How's my vision board going? Eh, it's just sitting there looking at it. I haven't even paid no attention to it here lately. Okay, Lord, what fools these mortals be. Lord, this is William Shakespeare. Lord, what fools these mortals be. In the name of Jesus, I ask, Lord. I ask all the time, Lord, what is going on with them? Why they act like this? The course of the true love never did run smoothly. William Shakespeare. The course of true love never runs smoothly. Isn't that the truth? And here come a little couple of Jezebel spirits trying to trip you up, laying in front of you where you, God damn, you damn women, and family or whoever, your family will. Oh, I love it here lately. Like when I talk about who I care about, or when I say something about my person now, nobody wants to hear it. Everybody's like, I don't want to hear that person's name no more. They don't too much care for you. They don't. Not one person is saying anything nice about you right now but me. But I know your heart, baby. I just don't understand what's going on with that other stuff that you're doing. My tongue will tell the anger of my heart, or else my heart concealing it will break. And this is William Shakespeare. Uh-huh. Yeah. Your tongue will tell the anger of your heart. You better let it out. That's just like that video where I put on about my church. The guy in the sermon said he's one of them suppressors. I am too. And that's when had went to a therapist one time, and he told me, you got to learn how to say no. I suppress things. They built up, and then boom. I might be holding back I might have been holding back since 2008 on you. And here it is 2022, and I finally let it loose. You better run. So we got to be careful with that. Let's see. It is not in the stars to hold our destiny, but in ourselves. So it is in ourselves, not in the stars. I think that's what that means. Hell is empty and all the devils are here. William Shakespeare. Did you hear what I said? It said heaven. It said hell is empty. Heaven ain't empty. Heaven got a lot of people up there and saints. But to see the angels come here to help fight the battle that the devil is fighting against the people, the God's people. But anyway, so heaven, it said the hell is empty and the devils are here. And you better understand, these ain't just people walking around here. We got lustful spirits and things and devils and entities that jump from one person to the next person. So when I was went up to my dad's church, a couple years ago, I was like really going through some hard times with my son, and we didn't have, my money was funny, and trying to feed two people off of $10 sometimes. It got that bad. And so on Sunday I would ride to church with my dad. Not so much that I liked the church. It was like the way that my dad would always give us 20. What would he give? Yeah, he would give me a $20 bill for us in the morning. We would stop at McDonald's so he can hang out with the fellas before we go to church. And he would give us $20. Now that $20 was for us to buy us some breakfast, and the rest was to put the change in the offering. So what I would do, because we was having such a hard time, I tell my son, he was grown, I'm grown, right? We ain't buying no breakfast. We just gonna keep this so that we can go to the grocery store. That's how hard the times we was having. My daddy knew it. He didn't care. That's just the way it was. And so it was like we were like little peasants just hoping for a crumb. And so one day at the church, the pastor at the church, um, he Will Smith me, kind of like the other pastor Will Smith me. And at that time I didn't know what was going on, because I wasn't in a place where I am now, where God chose me. I was just at the church trying to feed myself and my son. That was my mission. And so of course, yeah, I listened to the word, but I was kind of closed off to it because it just wasn't like what I was used to. I was used to going to my church where I can't come out of there all happy. I come out of there beat down and more depressed than I was before I walked up in there. It's like their spirits jumped on me and I walked out with their spirits. So anyway, I went in one day and he decided he was going to do a sermon on the Jezebel spirit. I'm like, why is he doing a sermon on the Jezebel spirit when ain't nobody in here but me, him, and his family, and my dad? And I'm the only visitor. So I was like, oh, is this man trying to say I'm a Jezebel spirit? Is your wife intimidated by me? So I didn't go for months. I stopped going. I was like, you know what? Screw y'all. I'm just visiting. And now the church is falling apart. Yeah, the church is, he's down to only 2 or 3 members. And he could use some help. He's getting older in age, and he needs somebody to take over his church, take over the church. But it was always one of them tight knit churches that probably only dealt with family.